this is Angela with Parkrose Permaculture. It is the second week of October. I am in my side yard garden, the east side of my house. This part of the garden is primarily used to grow natives and shade-loving plants. So right in front of you, in front of me, there's an angelica here. I let the angelica freely self-sow. There's another one over here. And angelica, the stems on it make nice candy in the spring. And also the flowers attract beneficial parasitoid wasps. And it gets up to 6 feet tall with this beautiful umbel-shaped flower. It's really a striking plant. I love to have it everywhere in my garden. Plus it smells nice. It's just a nice all-around plant. Other things I have growing in my shade garden are evergreen huckleberry, red huckleberry, salal, palmate coltsfoot, which is another native plant that has edible shoots in the spring. I have all sorts of currants, native currants and European currants. I have josta berries. Here in this little strip, it's mostly things that look good that are not actually edible. So hellebores, because I love hellebores. I have many different varieties, and heucheras. Okay, so there's this corner here, though, in this garden. Most of it's well established, beautiful. I'm happy with everything growing. This corner right here is the ugly duckling of my garden. So there is my dryer vent right here. And underneath it, I have pig squeak that was here. Oh, my neighbor's mowing. I'm sorry, it's going to be loud for a second. So nothing tends to do well under this dryer vent. When we moved in, there was a huge, very sickly fern that just looked sad all the time. Did not like the heat from the dryer. The pig squeak seems to enjoy it. Actually, I tend to rip it up quite a bit. So I put in a white European currant here, and it just doesn't look very good. It produces quite well. Just kind of this ugly corner of my garden. So you can see here is a laundry room window, and then right up above, that's my bedroom window. So what I have right now is a desire to fill this space with something I can look at my bedroom window and say, gosh, that's lovely. So right now when I look at my bedroom window, I see my neighbor very close and their fence. So they're wonderful neighbors, but I don't want to be staring at their fence. So I'm going to put in something that's attractive. And because you know me, I'm going to put in something that also produces food for our family. So I'm going to be adding this little tree right here. Ta-da! This is a pawpaw. So I'm adding 3 pawpaws this fall. One is going here, and the 2 others are going in the front yard, but it's just that far away. So they'll be easy to either hand pollinate or they're fly pollinated, so flies can also pollinate it. So one of the reasons that I'm putting it here is, again, it's an attractive tree. It's wide at the base and kind of conical shaped, and it has lovely leaves. They look kind of exotic. So pawpaw is Asamina triloba. The other plants in this family are all subtropical or tropical, custard apples, things like that. So it has an unusual look to it. It's very handsome. It's native to the eastern US. It is the largest native fruit that is edible to humans in the US. It's not native to the Pacific Northwest, but it will do well here if you give it what it needs. So I've seen a number of other Portland gardeners, sorry, neighbors mowing again, a number of other Portland gardeners who have failed at growing pawpaws and grumble that they're difficult to grow here. So there's 2 reasons why you would fail at growing a pawpaw in the Pacific Northwest. So the first is that a pawpaw is actually a taprooted tree. So this little tiny guy, I got this at One Green World Nursery, on 134th and Foster. I've gotten a lot of plants there. Most of them have been fantastic. So this is an improved Peterson variety. So they're actually, aside from all these little tiny root hairs, this will have one main taproot. I don't know if you can see or not. There's one main taproot here. And Oregon has pretty dense clay soil, at least Willamette Valley where we are. So you need to really bust up that dense clay soil. So you can see here, clay, not good quality. So you want to bust that up and amend it with sand, compost, worm castings before you plant your little tree. So that it is able to really reach down and get that taproot deep into the ground. You also want to make sure that it's not somewhere where it's going to have soggy feet, so not a low-lying area. The second reason people fail at pawpaws is that while the pawpaw can get to be 20 feet tall as an adult tree, and it really likes the sun in order to fruit well, when it's young, it wants you to mimic the conditions in which it would grow in the wild, which is the understory. Whoop, wind just blew it over. Which is the understory. So it likes shade when it's young, and the number one way to kill a young pawpaw tree is to plant it in the scorching sun. So you need somewhere where it has shade when it's young, and as it becomes an adult, it gets plenty of sunshine so that it can fruit. So in this part of the yard, it'll be able to get shade when it's young, and then it'll grow up and over my little sunroom roof, and it'll get plenty of sun as it's older. It also get lots of morning sun. So that's why I'm putting this pawpaw tree right here. Lovely view out my bedroom window, delicious custardy fruit that I love to eat. And also it'll fill this space that really needs kind of an anchor plant. And I will be surrounding it with things that it likes, again, creating a little pawpaw guild. So please check back in the spring and you can see how this little pawpaw guild is doing once I've added all the support plants and it has made it through the winter. Thanks.